way we green is a plan that was approved by City Council just a few months ago in July 20th. It's a plan that we worked on for a little over a year, and it's one of 6 plans that will support the highest level strategic plan in our city called the way Ahead. So the bottom line is that the way we green is an important plan, and it provides important direction as to where we as an organization, the City of Edmonton, and the entire community want to go in terms of environment, sustainability, resilience. The plan talks about the challenges that we face as a city. We have challenges around water quality and supply, around food. We anticipate the challenge will become greater as the century wears on, as the population on the planet becomes greater, as fewer and fewer countries are net exporters of food. Biodiversity issues, air quality issues as we grow as a community, waste management. These are really significant challenges, but we think that we're moving on the right path. When we look at energy and climate change, we think that these are really daunting challenges. We see that they're urgent challenges and that change is required, and this change is going to be transformational in nature. It's not just going to be inching along continual improvement. So the way we green proposes 4 goals. These are end states, places that we want to be as a city by the middle of the century that would represent a sustainable, resilient city. The first one is Edmonton sources and uses of energy are sustainable. That means that we'll be in a place where the energy that we're using, we can look at it, we can understand it, and we can say, this is for long into the future. This is not just short-term or medium-term. And where we are today with almost all of our energy coming from fossil fuels, that doesn't meet that definition at all. So in terms of the objectives, the way we green says, well, there's a number of things that we need to accomplish if we're going to become energy sustainable. And the first one is that we're going to have a very efficient, smart, well thought out footprint, urban form at the highest level, one that can be designed so that we minimize the energy that we need and that we use. Compact urban form, drilling down a little bit deeper, energy efficient buildings, a significant portion of energy from renewable energy sources, travel that's efficient, use of light that's efficient, a diversified economy with sectors and industries that are less dependent on energy than some of the more traditional energy-intensive industries that have given us the wealth and given us the quality of life that we have today. And also, last but not least, an objective that relates to this goal is achieving a situation where market prices will be pulling us towards sustainability. And so often, the market prices that we have pull us in this direction to a lowest cost option when sustainability is in the other direction. And so, again, that is something easy to say, but needs to be accomplished to reach this goal. Second goal, Edmonton is resilient to disturbances that could affect its energy supplies. A couple of objectives. Energy generation is increasingly decentralized and distributed, so there is some redundancy so that you're not just totally dependent on a centralized energy source. And Edmonton is an energy leader, studying, testing, and adopting new technology. Third goal, I believe Edmonton is a carbon neutral city. And again, that would be our hope by the middle of the century. Anything less than that is admitting that we will be continuing to add to the global problem of increasing concentrations of greenhouse gas in our atmosphere. And so we think anything less than that is not the right goal. And supporting that is just the recognition that city operations need to be carbon neutral, and that needs to extend to the entire community. The fourth goal is Edmonton is resilient to disturbances from climate change. That means that we expect that climate change will happen. It will affect the planet in different parts of the planet in different ways. We won't go unaffected, and so we need to understand what those changes will be and assign a probability to them and be good risk managers and build our infrastructure and prepare ourselves for those changes that are likely to come. The way we green doesn't have all the answers. It doesn't have any of the answers, in fact. In fact, it points us in a direction, and it gives us an approach that we can systematically apply over the coming years, over the coming decades, to continually strive to answer those questions and come up with the best solutions. And so we've identified 30 supporting plans, detailed plans that will help us in the full range, right from low impact development to forest, city forest to green buildings and everything in between. Obviously, if we had tried to pack all of that into the way we green, it would have been impossible. It would have been a set of encyclopedias. But instead, we recognize that each of these are important pieces that require specialized effort and contributions from a whole range of different people over time. And so that's where the hows are going to come from.